Hi, let's talk about something very, very, very sensitive. Yeah, suicide. Do you know anybody that has ever complained or contemplated suicide? You know of anyone that had tried to commit suicide? Or maybe you might have tried to do so. I've passed through it and it's horrific. I believe individuals that contemplate suicide really need psychiatric help. It's a psychological frame of mind or situation. For one to decide to take one's life is it's really tough. That's feeling where you start thinking about your life, contemplating how you go about it. It's horrible, it's sickening. I, for instance, would like to share my experience and so that others will learn from it and will totally stop thinking towards that area. Well, I contemplated suicide almost like 4 times, and this happened very recently. Why? Of course, in my earlier video I did tell you about cryptocurrency, that you should stay away from it. It started with cryptocurrency, yeah, and I ended up taking loans from loan apps to finance my so-called investment, and in 3 months time I lost all the money and became indebted to the loan apps, about 18 of them, and I actually contemplated suicide at that point. I recall the first day I thought about it, I started thinking of, okay, what will I use? What am I going to use? Initially, I thought of buying Valium, sleeping tablets, and I got to the pharmaceutical shops, and of course, they told me they don't sell Valium unless on doctor's prescription. So I didn't have a doctor's prescription, so I could not buy Valium. So I decided to think of some other ways. I also thought of taking insecticide, and I contemplated that for another 2 days, and it was just by God's grace. I had to go on my knees and pray and start thinking of how to sort out my messy loans I had. Though till now I have not paid them off, but I think God has given me that strength, that boldness to respond to the loan apps whenever they call, the payday loans as they are called. So whenever they call, I boldly inform them that yes, I'm aware I'm owing, but they should give me time. Some of them don't insist, or they do insist that I should pay that same day. But I always put my foot down and inform them that since I don't have any money right now, they should give me time. So if one gets to that situation of thinking about committing suicide, believe you me, it's a terrible situation. Honestly, God is the only one that can stop you from taking your life. So I will advise anyone contemplating suicide to pray. Yeah, just pray. And most cases, do not stay alone. Don't stay alone. Don't be lonely. Because that is how you make up your mind taking your life. And if you keep thinking about it over and over, because I believe you me, the first day it might not work out, you might get scared. The second day you might become bolder, or rather the next time you think about it, you become bolder, and a point will come when the depression is so great, you might actually do it. So if you want to prevent it, please avoid being alone, be in the midst of people, so that people can ginger you. And whatever problem that has led to you thinking of taking your life, the best thing is to find a solution to it. There is no problem in this world without solution, no matter how bad it is. So I will advise, first of all, be prayerful. Then two, don't be lonely. Then three, seek for alternative ways of solving your problems. That way you will still find meaning in life, and you overcome the suicidal feelings. And if yes, I think a fourth thing is to seek help. Yeah, you can seek help with a professional psychiatrist. Though I've not done that. Another way of seeking help is to confide in others, maybe a clergyman, your pastor, and he will give you good advice, and he will try to encourage you not to do that. So these are ways you can think about it. In case you are one of those that is contemplating suicide, you can think about it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Like somebody told me, what about the shame? Of course, a dead person feels no shame. But what about those you've left behind? Your children, your family, your friends, the pain it's going to cause. Fine. One day everybody will leave this world. But when it's not yet your time, don't make it sudden, when it's not your time. So that's my word for today. Keep feeling good about yourself, okay? We'll talk next time.